If there was ever a video I'd want you to watch, it's this one. So if you'd stay with me for a minute and just listen. Even though we've come so far when it comes to talking about mental health awareness, we are failing as people. The first thing I want to say is this. As babies, when we're born into this world, we don't come into this world being fucked up, thinking we don't matter, that we are useless, that we are ugly, that we are not worthy of friends, that we are not worthy of being mothers, that we are not worthy of being married. Something tells us that. Something taught us that. Now, there's many different reasons why people start to think the way they think, start to behave the way they behave. And I'm not a professional. I'm just somebody with her own experience. But as somebody who has been able to walk through seasons of darkness and realize that there is hope, there is healing, there is recovery, one thing I realized was because of other people being open and vulnerable about their life experiences, it helped me keep going. In a world that glamorizes and overinflates success, beauty, happiness, positivity, I'm here to say that it was the people who were able to meet me in the darkness that made the biggest difference. Less people would leave this earth early if there were more people that were brave enough to say, you're not alone. I have felt that too, but this is what I did to get through it. And they stood by their side. I know that all these apps have all these really positive self-improvement memes that say, I don't need anybody, I'm gonna do me. But the truth of the matter is, when you're your worst enemy, guess what your worst enemy is going to tell you? We need other people, healthy people, people who get what we're going through. And the problem is these people exist, but the world glamorizes the other side so much that those people you don't really see or hear from that much because they're too depressing or they're too real. Or there's so much I can say about this topic, but I'm going to sum it up right here. I started feeling all the ways I felt back when I was 7 years old. There were signs. I was told I was spoiled. I was sensitive. That to understand me was a burden, and that because the people around me had never dealt with anybody like me, that it must be something wrong with me. But you know when I started to see that maybe I was going to be okay? When people stopped asking me what's wrong with me, and they started asking me, what happened to you? There are always signs, but what there isn't enough of is people who can separate their own experiences from someone else's and ask the question, why do you think this? Why do you feel that way? This is why community matters. This is why being alone is dangerous. This is why the world that preaches that I'm going to do me and I'm going to go it alone is not the right thinking. It's not.